First, I came. How are you feeling with
Good.
these cramps?
Good. Good. I'm good.
Is it just something that's just minor coming up
Yeah.
these? But,
Yeah.
all right. Just curious. These last few games, or really the whole year, you guys have done a good job rebounding the ball. What have you
Yeah.
seen that's changed with how you guys are approaching rebounding now compared to last year? You think?
A more intentional effort on the offensive boards, and also a more intentional effort on the defensive boards. We switched everything a lot last year, like game plan built in every day, every game. And we're doing a little bit less of that, which is allowing our bigs to stay close to the rim, which is getting us out of positions where we're a little, spread out. I think we started switching everything in the Atlanta game, and you saw some of those issues come back up. But it's just an intentional effort. Switching, not switching, I think we're doing a better job of just being locked in on that part of the game.
I know the drop coverage is going to help a little bit too, but do you see that helping with guys being closer to the rim and being able to?
I mean, that's part of it. That's part of it. You want to keep, Dayron, Nick Claxton close to the rim so they can collect those boards and be in position.
I think Jacques maybe said that it was going to take a collective effort. So I guess through 17 games, would you say that collective effort is starting to get more comfortable for you guys?
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think the offensive boards is a big one. I think we're able to come up with extra possessions, extra shots, and that's fueling our offense a little bit too.
How much does this in-season tournament impact your approach to a game like tonight? Where, are you aware of what you guys need to do?
Yeah, we are. We're aware of it, and we're excited about it. Guys across the room are excited about it.
Does it help you kind of, not necessarily the monotony of a season, but a long season?
I would even say, you could even say monotony. I mean, it's aggressive for sure, but everybody always loves extra incentive. Everybody always loves a little extra to play for, and tonight we definitely have that.
Do you expect to be looking at the scoreboard or not?
I don't think so throughout the game. Maybe if it comes down to, late game situation. But the reality is a win, first and foremost. And then we'll let the other stuff take care of itself.
That still takes precedence over.
Yeah, win is a win, and being smart and respecting the game and all that is one thing. But we have an awareness, yes.
I would say for you guys that when you first heard about the tournament, what was your initial reaction, and has that changed as you kind of got into it now 3 games later?
My initial reaction was it's gonna, everybody's very rhythm oriented and patterned, and sometimes you there's a lot of comfort in what we know about an NBA season, and so any slight change it throws off what's comfortable, what's traditional, what we know. So at first I think across the board there's a little hesitation, just as if anything new. But I always thought it'd be a cool thing to do, man. Something to bring into the season, shake things up, allow guys to play for something early, give the fans something that just looks different, that you can tell has a different feel to it. And I think so far it's played out that way. I think teams are taking their best shots on those nights. Obviously the courts attract a lot of different type of attention, so if you tune into a game, you're watching an in-season tournament game. I'm pretty sure that they succeeded in that one, for better or worse. But it's cool, and I think it's only going to heat up now. I mean, we're coming into these last stretch of games where teams have point differentials to worry about and win-loss records to worry about, and one or done, one you move on, lost, you're done. And then we'll see it heat up in Vegas. We'll see it heat up in those quarterfinal, semifinal championship game. I'm looking forward to it.
What's the approach when it comes to that point differential for you guys with tonight's game of what you guys have to do?
Winning the game is obviously, priority number one. Winning the game is priority number one. I wouldn't say we're going in worried about a point differential. We're going to play basketball the way we play basketball. If that means, you end up winning a game by 5, that means you end up winning a game by 5. But I think there's a respect for the game component where you're not going to go in there and mess with it. You're not going to go in there and try to tinker with point differentials. But it don't mean anything if you go out there and lose, right? So that's obviously priority number one at the top of the list, and then we'll just try to let that other stuff take care of itself.
I know Spencer said that whatever is good for the game, he's for it. For you, being relatively young player, you've seen how the bubble led to the play-in tournament. You've seen how this has kind of worked so far. Do you think it's kind of good that the NBA is kind of throwing out these ideas and starting to see how it can work and just help the game a little bit more?
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's a business, and so everybody's motivated to do what's best for the business. At the end of the day, we have a lot of basketball to play, and that will be the same, whether they add the in-season tournament, the play-in tournament, whatever it is. You still have the opportunity to go out there and compete and try to win championships, and that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. And so, whatever other wrinkles we put in, I'm sure they're very well thought out, very well planned, and I'm all for them.
I know you and Armani are like best. People say you two are the best two shooters on the team. How does Doe rank? Because obviously Doe
Doe can shoot the ball, man. Doe can shoot the ball. What is he shooting right now? 45.
Just about, yeah. 45,
yeah.
45.
Don't sleep on Doe, and don't sleep on Royce either.
We saw what he did yesterday.
Exactly. I think we just a team full of guys that can shoot the ball, and I thought we were that last year. And sometimes it takes a little bit of time to materialize for everybody to catch a rhythm at once. But I mean, we've had games this year where Chicago, we've had games earlier in the season where when we hit threes, I mean, it can be a lot. So just continue to get everybody on the same page, get everybody to get on a hot streak at once, and that will definitely spiral into some wins for us.
You said that the important thing for tonight is to win. So when you look at this Raptors team, what stands out to you from the film and what it will take?
They have length. They have guys that can play multiple positions. They, have size. So being able to contain them, understand their personnel and what they like to do and keep them out of situations. And I think it just comes down to us attacking, playing in transition, rebounding the ball, being able to generate easy shots for ourselves. Anytime we've done that, we've had success.
Back to Doe real quick. Have you seen a different level of confidence in him with his shooting? Obviously, he's already been
As opposed to last year?
Yeah. He's always been a great shooter, but do you see a difference in his approach this year?
No. He didn't change anything. He just keeps on shooting. That's how it goes. I mean, he hit 9-10 threes against us in a playoff game a couple of years ago. I know what the guy can do. I've always known. And so it's no surprise. There's no change. He's just shooting the ball. He's getting great looks. And one thing he's been able to do is play that small ball five. And that's really important because anytime you do that, you want to, the point of it is to negate the strengths of the other team's five in the size category, and then add in the strength on your offensive end of being able to spread out the defense and attack the five. So he's done a really good job of being able to be in the right spots, pick and pop, drive closeouts, make plays, and so he's just reaping the benefits of that.
How much fun have you had with the in-season tournament, you and your teammates?
A lot of fun. And especially as it's really starting to take shape. At first you're looking at it and you're not quite sure how it's going to play out, but as the games go on, obviously the first one in Chicago was close and a fun one to win. And then, we have one versus Orlando, one versus Boston. So now this is the last one. It's kind of, we know a lot better the picture of what we need to do to get to Vegas. So definitely a lot of added incentive for tonight. Definitely, a lot of extra energy for tonight.
The incentives aren't bad, right?
Not bad at all.
So you get to go to Vegas possibly.
Not bad at all. And you can tell the energy right now is that we're all for that. Everybody wants that.
Thank you, Cam.
Thank you. Thanks.